Good morning. Greetings from the Institute of Global Professional IGP. Greetings from the Institute of Global Professional IGP. Thank you all for joining us and staying with us today. Honorable Knowledge Seeker, today I am your host for the morning. My name is Padam Darsh. I am from Bangladesh. Dear Knowledge Seeker, I am proud to be associated with IGP. IGP is a social and ISO certified international educational and training institute. In last 3 years, we already served 35 million plus knowledge seekers from 100 plus countries. Sorry, IGP is internationally recognized and globally accredited. We are connected to more than 450 plus profession and 4,500 plus organizations. In a seat of global professional, IGP is a training faculty for skill development, which was founded in 2020 and is generating competent candidates to meet demand in the global labor market by providing professional qualification. The Institute of Global Professional is an educational institute that provides social work globally recognized and reportable. We serve student community resource providing holistic social work and education. We believe that it's not effective to increase one skill just by acquiring formal education. So we provide effective training and consultation to generate professional generation all over the world. We distribute our services locally, nationally, and internationally to student, job seeker, job holder, and also for learner to respective campus location and distance learning platform. We are an occupational and dependable institute. IGP is one of the famous online institutes from all over the world. Our vision is education is not a business product, it's a part of our human rights. Based on our vision, we are trying to reach all corners of the world for free webinar, seminar, courses, award, quiz competition, mentoring, and counseling, etc. On the other side, we are also trying to offer more than 100 premium services for free like create own portfolio website, resume builder, cover letter, motivation letter, and one knowledge platform for gathering general knowledge which can upgrade all day. Kids learning game, websites, free course, convert sites, and many more. We help to empower you to learn to meet their expectation and dream and become highly skilled people. We implement several training program, webinar, and offline online courses for you, the learner by professional trainer, speaker, and coaches. Our sessions are conducted by globally renowned professionals to develop all kind of youth and to promote the education of their abilities and personalities. Spreading knowledge is crucial for the Institute of Global Professional. We believe that knowledge is love and light and vision. So we try to understand the needs of today's generation and we serve them with good research and practice methods. We must have a genuine concern for the learner we represent. More diversity, growth, and innovation are required to lead a session with professionalism, passion, and integrity. IGP members are committed to offering effective best quality service and continual improvement so that individuals who seek information can improve their skill level and value. Before we move to the next, let me remind don't forget to share, tag, and mention your friend in the comment box. Your support is very valuable for us. Thank you. Before we move to the next, let me remind don't forget to share, tag, and mention your friend in the comment box. Your support is very valuable for us. Thank you. Moving to the next, with your continuous support, we already completed 1,479 webinars successfully. Wow. Moving to the next, with your continuous support, we already completed one videoigp.com. On this website, we have surprise for everyone. Hope you will be benefited. We already launched our new website where you can find all our previous activities together with lots of new features. But one strong point is that without an account or logged in, you cannot enjoy our services. So create your account for once with proper information. Note that with proper information, you will enjoy our feature. With mismatched data, you cannot do anything here. From now on, you have to participate in live quiz competition on our website. We replace Slido. You have to join directly on our website. Now you can check all of our previous webinars with verified e-certificate. Now it's easier and time oriented because after the session, we will not provide you with any vote for certification. You have to take part in one exam. After that, if you pass, you will receive the certificate, otherwise not. But one, you can take part in an exam unlimited till you pass. If you are a IGP speaker, you can download all previous certificate speakership certificate. If you are a host of IGP, you can download your certificate of gratitude. If you are an online live quiz competition winner, you can download your certificate of participation. If you are selected for a lifetime membership, then you can download a certificate of lifetime membership easily. Besides this, if you are participate in any other function which combine organized support with IGP, you can download that also. You can instantly prepare and download 18 types of instant certificate from our website within a minute. Certificate of Global Professional Membership, Certificate of Global Influencer during the pandemic, Certificate of Active Knowledge Seeker, Certificate of Social Activities during the pandemic, Certificate of Achievement IGP Knowledge Seeker Campaign 2020, Certificate of Achievement IGP Knowledge Seeker Campaign 2021, Certificate of Achievement IGP Knowledge Seeker Campaign 2022, Certificate of Participation Webinar Series 1, Authentic Assessment in Teaching and Learning, Certificate of Participation Webinar Series 2, Teaching English as a Foreign Language and Assessment, Certificate of Participation Webinar Series 3, Digital Classroom Engagement Tools, Certificate of Participation Webinar Series 4, The New Trend in Education, Certificate of Participation Webinar Series 5, Upskill Organizational Leadership and Managerial Skills, Certificate of Participation Webinar Series 6, Trend and Innovation in Mathematics Education, Certificate of Participation Webinar Series 7, Research A Comprehension Approach, Certificate of Participation Webinar Series 8, Art in Teaching a Special Program in the Art, Certificate of Participation Webinar Series 9, 21st Century Tools in Teaching Mathematics, Certificate of IGP Corporate Ambassador, Certificate of IGP Campus Ambassador, which you can prepare and download within a minute. From now on, you can participate in 1000 plus international level which verified e-certificate, teaching tips for teachers, health tips for parents, health tips for teens, gamification tools for teachers. You can join IGP Alumni. You can check out our 50 plus premium services website for free and many more. Dear IGP well-wisher, we promised previously, but lack of technical issue, we are late sending you on time. This is a great opportunity to collect your previous credentials. We solve all issues from our website. Now you can enroll, reset password, everything. You can check our dashboard for all webinar details. It's a cordial request to you. Check our button and pages on our website. Surely I can say it will be benefited. Thank you, but note that without an account or login, you cannot enjoy our services. At present, we are going to start our 1480 program, which name is Multisensory Approach using Flocabulary. And today our speaker ma'am name is Divyana G. Garcia. She is from Philippines. Before I hand over the speech to our speaker ma'am, I want to share a very little bit about her. Science teacher to Nagoleon National High School in Lida, Nagoleon La Union. Now, very important moment for me to invite our speaker to IGP with her presentation. Now, very important moment for me to invite our speaker to IGP with her presentation. Hello, ma'am. Good morning.
Hello, good morning. Is my audio clear? Is my voice clear? Can you hear me?
Ma'am, the stage is here. You can start your presentation now.
Okay, so good afternoon, everyone, especially for those who are watching here in the Philippines, and good morning maybe to some other countries watching out there, or I think it's safe for me to greet you good day. So before I start, I just want to extend my gratitude to IGP for giving me this opportunity to be one of the speakers. And for everybody's information, I've been hosting for IGP since last year, and I challenged myself that I can also be speaking in this platform, but as a speaker. So because I've been dreaming to be one, and now here I am doing this discussion online and talking to more than 10 countries, I think, involved. And I hope that this will not be the last time that I will be doing this. And true enough, because I have other session of discussion this coming August and October, and please be with me again on that day. Well, anyway, I think I should be starting. Yes, thank you. I'm actually uh, reading your comments right now, so thank you for welcoming me. It's my first time, and I hope it will not be the last. I think I should be starting. Can you please go to the next slide, ma'am? Next slide, please. Thank you. So, without further ado, let's get started. So, multisensory is an introduction to engaging and effective learning, and we will be doing that through vocabulary. But before that, before we formally start our discussion or our topic for today, let's have an icebreaker first. So, I would appreciate if you will participate through commenting or through typing in your answers on the comment box for those who are watching on Facebook or on YouTube. If they are watching on YouTube, you can type in your answers on the comment box and I will be reading some. And the icebreaker is entitled Does It Make Sense? Since it is a multi-sensory instruction, I want you to type in your answer. What can you sense on the images that I will be flashing on your on screen? So I'm going to show you some pictures and you just simply need to answer what can you sense with that image. So let's go to the first image. Next slide, ma'am. Okay, so that's an ice cream. So that is our first image, an ice cream with cherry on top. So what can you sense on that picture? Can you please type in your answer on the comment box and I'll try to read it. I'll try to read your answers. So what can you sense by just looking at that picture? Ice cream with a cherry on top. Okay, so there's a sense of taste. Ma'am Rhoda Viernes answered, there's a sense of taste just by merely looking at the image. Okay, so you can taste it only if you can just, taste it physically. I think it would be very, delicious. Okay, maybe some of you would be sensing a sweet food or a cold one. Or maybe you can also sense that it is already melting and you should eat it before somebody else does, right? So there's also commented touch, sense of touch. Okay, so there are different senses that you can comment in that image. Let's go to the next image, please. Thank you. Next slide, please. Can you go to the previous slide? No, no, no. To the previous one before that. Okay, thank you. So here's the next image. So what can you sense in that image? I know it is stinky and the other is not good. Okay, there's someone who commented, is it on this image sense of taste or smell? I think that is on the previous one, so that is smell. So just by merely looking at the image you can smell it, it's stinky, the other is not good, right? Or some of you sense that there are foliage on the bin and it needs to be segregated, right? So you can smell, it's like stinky, it's not a good odor. So thank you for answering. Next slide, please. Okay, so wow, that is an illusion. So what can you sense on the image? Maybe some of you can see a I'll wait for your answer. What can you sense on that image? Okay, you're using the sense of sight. Maybe you can, some of you can see a tree, okay, or two faces, a man and a woman facing each other. Well, either is actually correct. Visual through colors, okay, thank you. Either is actually correct, but we will not be interpreting the personalities through that illusion. So that is an illusion. And yeah, Ma'am Rowena Garcia said she see two faces or mixed emotion, faces. Thank you for answering. Next slide, please. What about that? So what can you sense? Is it loud, noisy, or the drummer is exaggerating? Or maybe you can sense that the singer is out of tune and just wrecking the music. Okay, a loud noise. Ma'am Rhoda Viernes said, sense she can sense a loud noise or a noisy surrounding. Okay, I'm not a fan of rap music, but some people appreciate it, so we can't judge. Okay, so auditory or sound, thank you. Okay, so there's a sound in it. So the sense that will work most will be the sound or the auditory. Thank you. Next slide, please. Next slide, please. Okay, so in the Philippines, we call that sana all. We call that sana all. The two hands holding each other. Okay, just kidding. Okay, so what about you? What can you sense? Maybe some of you would be sensing like a two hand shaking, maybe congratulating each other, or maybe some of you are thinking a world peace. Okay, smooth, rough skin, touch. Thank you so much. And all of these images that we can sense, we may not touch it, we may not hear it, or physically see it, or we cannot smell it physically, but we can at least sense the picture. And what more if we can sense everything physically? I think it would be more effective and interacting, right? So, thank you all for participating. I appreciate all those who answered on the comment box. Thank you. Next slide, please. Next slide, please. Okay, so we will be talking about the definition and concepts of multisensory instruction, the supporting theories and facts of multisensory instruction, and the benefits of this instruction and how it is integrated to Flocabulary online platform. Next slide, please. So let us define multisensory. So with multisensory instruction, kids use more than one sense at a time. Multisensory instruction gives learners more than one way to make connections and learn concepts. And Vocabulary's unique approach combines songs, reading passages, and exercises to create a multisensory learning environment. The use of music and rhyming text as a supplement to reading has been shown to increase acquisition and retention of academic content. So this definition here or the concept here, I adapted this one on Wolf and Horn in 1993 and Wallace in 1994. So as you can see, the study of multisensory instruction has already been studied in those years, but vocabulary is not yet invented during that time. So vocabulary emphasize more of the vision, auditory, and speaking skills of the students. Well, if teachers are creative, we can also let them do some steps and some edible projects, or it's up to you. How are you going to make your lesson interactive and creative through vocabulary application? So the multisensory instruction main goal is to integrate more than one sense in the lesson for the student to make more connections. Next slide, please. So multisensory, just like I've said earlier, that it engages multiple senses during the learning process. It combines auditory, visual, and kinesthetic elements to enhance learning and memory retention. Flocabulary is a powerful tool to incorporate sensory techniques. Next slide, please. Okay, so we will be talking about the theories and the facts that supports the effectiveness of multisensory instruction. First is the very famous theory of multiple intelligences by Howard Gardner. Okay, so Howard Gardner's theory of multiple intelligences suggests that individuals have different strengths and learn best through various modalities, such as visual, auditory, kinesthetics, or tactile. Just for your information, here in the Philippines, in a section of 45 students maximum, we experience a heterogeneous sectioning. Heterogeneous means we have diverse learners, and each learner or every single learner have their own strength, abilities, skills, or have their own learning styles, and we need to deal with that learning with that diverse learning style. So the theory of multiple intelligences help us to engage all those abilities, all those strengths of every single student in our class, and that is a multisensory instruction. Next, number two, the sensory integration theory. So the multisensory approach draws from the sensory integration theory, which highlights the importance of integrating sensory input for optimal learning and cognitive development. Based from the studies, when the students experience the thing, the situation, the experiment on their own, they can see it on their own eyes, they can hear it on their own, ears, and they can smell it on their own, they can touch it on their own. The learning will be more effective. Okay, next slide, please. Number three, engagement and attention. So multisensory activities capture learners' attention and promote engagement by providing stimulating and varied sensory experiences. This helps sustain interest and focus during the learning process. So they will be more engaged and they will be more attentive because they can feel the sense of belongingness if you're going to use the multisensory instruction. Number four, enhanced memory and retrieval. Engaging multiple senses simultaneously creates stronger memory connections in the brain, leading to improved retention and easier recall of information. So imagine that you're reading a lyrics of a song and you're just reading it without any music, without any accompaniment along with the lyrics. I know you may find it boring and you cannot really give yourself into that song. But when you um, included music in it, you included accompaniment in it, you are more into that song and you will be like singing that all the time. So same goes with the teaching and learning process. Multisensory instruction, it enhanced the memory and the retention of the students. Next slide, please. Next slide, please. Thank you. Okay, number five, differentiated instruction. So the multisensory approach allows for differentiated instruction, accommodating diverse learning styles and preferences. It provides opportunities for students to learn and demonstrate knowledge in ways that align with their strengths and preferences. So I've mentioned this earlier, the diverse learning style, it requires a differentiated instruction, and differentiated instruction also goes with multisensory instruction. Number six, improve conceptual understanding. By experiencing concepts through multiple senses, learners can develop a deeper and more comprehensive understanding of the subject matter. The multisensory approach helps make abstract or complex concept more tangible and relatable. So, in science, since I am teaching science, we are actually um, we are actually fond of using the multisensory instruction. we are engaging all of their senses, especially when they're doing an experiment, um, or a task, a performance task, wherein they need to experiment. So through that experiment, since they can see it on their own, they can smell the substances, the chemicals, they can even touch it, all the equipment on the laboratory, it will be easier for them to enhance the comprehension, or it will be easier for them to comprehend the concept itself by looking and by experiencing the experiment. Okay, next slide, please. Okay, number 7, inclusive instruction. Multisensory instruction promotes inclusivity by providing alternative modes of learning for students with different learning styles, abilities, and needs. It allows for adaptation and flexibility in instructional methods to meet individual learners' requirements. So it's like the previous definitions or the previous explanation about differentiated instruction. It can also be an inclusive instruction. So the students um, will not feel discriminated, will not feel being left out if you make your instruction inclusive by engaging all of their learning styles. And number 8, application across subjects. The multisensory approach can be applied across various subjects, including language arts, math, science, social studies, and more. It supports the integration of sensory experiences into different content areas to enhance learning outcomes. Just like when you are teaching science or in any other subjects, like you're teaching English, you're teaching math, and you're teaching something like a method. Let's just stick on science because I am teaching science. I'll be more familiar with those topics. Okay, let's say I am teaching scientific method. The students will be more interested with the topic if I incorporated music in it. Like they're going to sing the scientific method song for them to master the steps or the methods. With that, I am not just teaching them the science concept. I am also integrating music, which falls into arts or music, or in the Philippines, we call it MAPE, the Music Arts, PE, and Health. Okay, so we are not just targeting one subject here, but when we use multisensory, we can have it across with other subjects. Okay, let's go to the last two theories or facts. Next slide, please. Next slide, please. Okay, so number 9, varied modalities. So multisensory activities may involve visual aids, auditory cues, tactile, manipulative, movement-based exercises, and interactive technologies. The use of these modalities facilitates a rich and immersive learning experiences. So this number 9 here, varied modalities, all of this thing mentioned here, the visual aids, auditory cues, tactile manipulative, movement-based exercise, and interactive technologies actually catered by Flocabulary, um, which you can observe later on. Okay, and number 10, last facts or theory is research-supported benefits. So research suggests that multisensory approaches can lead to improve academic performance, increase students' engagement, and enhance self-confidence and better overall learning outcomes. It is emphasized here that through a multisensory instruction, we can enhance their self-confidence because they are not limited to one instruction only. They can perform tasks, they can illustrate their ideas, they can express their ideas, their concepts with the topic using um, different skills, or with their multiple intelligences, like they are not limited to reporting. With the multisensory instruction, we are allowing them to express their ideas through music, through dancing, through painting, through acting, and they can also come up with a model or a mock-up. Those are differentiated instruction, and of course, with engagement of the multisensory instruction. Next slide, please. Next slide, please. Okay, so these are the benefits of multisensory instruction. I just summarized it into four. First is improve engagement. So students are actively involved in the learning process. Second, enhance comprehension. Multiple senses reinforce learning and understanding. Third, increase retention. So multisensory experiences improve memory recall. And the fourth one, personalized learning. So appeals to different learning styles and preferences. So those are the four benefits of multisensory instruction in general. Next slide, please. Next slide. Okay, so let's now go to Flocabulary. Flocabulary is an online learning platform that uses hip hop music and interactive activities to teach various subjects. I'm not sure if you are already familiar with this application, but well, anyway, if you're familiar with it, then that's good. Okay, second, it offers educational videos, interactive exercises, and supplementary materials. And vocabulary covers subjects like English language or language arts, math, science, social studies, and more. It also offers or it also covers trends or the current news. Next slide. Okay, so these are the multisensory features of vocabulary. First is engaging videos. So animated videos or animated music videos present key concepts in an entertaining and memorable way. Second, visual support. Animated visuals provide visual cues and aid in understanding. Third is catchy rhymes. So hip hop music or hip hop songs with educational lyrics reinforce learning through auditory stimulation. And then number four, interactive quizzes. So interactive exercises allow students to actively participate and test their knowledge. So you can observe all of these things when I share the demonstration later on. So hold into this webinar because I'm going to demonstrate how vocabulary actually works. Okay, next slide, please. Okay, so these are examples of multisensory instruction with vocabulary. It has vocabulary building, grammar lessons, and math skills. So the word up, the grammar videos, and the math series. So it's all in that application. Next slide, please. Good afternoon for those who are watching online. Okay, so these are success stories or testimonies of the teachers and even students who have actually tried using vocabulary, and I hope it will motivate you to make your account too and to use vocabulary too on your lesson. Okay, so I'll be reading some. I can read it. The student doesn't even know why they are be what doesn't even know they are being taught in song. I can't sing enough praise about this material. So even if you're not a singer, even if you're not um, a good musician, through this vocabulary, you can teach them through songs or with music. Okay, next slide, please. Next slide. Okay, another testimony. So I will not be reading that anymore. Next slide, please. Okay, so of course, I will be also sharing my experience when I talk to the vocabulary application staff. this one is Sean Kong. So I actually they have set a schedule online, and they demonstrated vocabulary application. So it's a one-on-one demonstration. So I'm given a chance to ask whatever I want to ask, and then anything about vocabulary. And you can also do that if you feel to ask or to explore vocabulary on your own. You can set a schedule, you can set a meeting with the vocabulary, and they will email you with the link, and you can schedule when would you want to meet them. And that's it. That's me and Sean Kang. So they are I mean, he's one of the vocabulary, I think, like staff or something. Okay, next slide, please. Okay, so this time I'm going to tour you to vocabulary application, and I'm going to demonstrate the features and the functions of vocabulary. So let me share the video. Today, I'm excited to introduce you to Flocabulary. It is an engaging educational application that brings learning to life through um, music and multimedia. So, in this presentation, we will explore the key features of Flocabulary and demonstrate how it can enhance teaching and learning experiences. So, let's dive in. So Flocabulary is an online platform designed to engage students through multisensory instruction. It combines educational content with hip hop music, videos, and interactive activities to make learning enjoyable and effective. So let's start by exploring some of its key features. So this is the home page of vocabulary. So as you can see, we have here content library. So it covers various subjects, and in each subject there are different topics, like that. You have the language and arts, math, science, social studies, etc., etc. Okay, so you can also see mixes here, how it works. So if you want to explore it on your own, you can click this one, and there is some video tutorial that you can watch in order for you to know how vocabulary works. And then you can also see here schools and districts. So then the pricing, because it's um yeah, the pricing, well, later on I'm going to discuss it. And then you can also see here join a class. This is actually good for students. If you gave them the if you want the topic to be exclusive for your students only, so you can give them the code, and when they click this one, they will just enter the code you gave them, and then you're good to go. And then we have here login. So I'm going to show you the free trial version of vocabulary, just for you to have the idea what can you do with just a free trial. So if you haven't if you don't have account yet, so just click on this start free trial, and you just have to log in your email, and you can just answer a few questions. So if you're done with it, so you're good to go, so you can explore it. Again, this is the home page of vocabulary. So how it works, you can click this one, and what are the inspiration of vocabulary in doing this application, so you can see it here. And then what's good about vocabulary is it is aligned with the Bloom's taxonomy, which is very we found it awesome, especially for us teachers. So we have here the remembering, understand, apply, analyze, create, remembering through the videos, understanding through the vocabulary cards and games, and then application. So they are going to build context and allow students to illustrate knowledge, and then analyze. So you can evaluate them, and then for create, they can also make their own music or rap songs, and it depends on what the topic requires for them to do. So, and then you can also watch here the responses or the feedbacks of some students who have already experienced vocabulary. And I think there are also teachers who give like responses and feedbacks and in the video. So just explore it. And then after that, you can also see here um, the library, and just like what I've said, so vocabulary is a part of the Nearpod family. So under Nearpod, there are still lots of application that we can use to make teaching and learning fun. So now let's switch to other screen or to other windows to see vocabulary application in action. So here's the vocabulary homepage. Just like what I told you earlier, I'm going to show you the free version or the free trial version of vocabulary. So as you can see, since it is free, there are just we are just given 30 days to use the vocabulary for free, and there are no limitations in that 30 days. So I have here my account. Yeah. Okay, so here's the vocabulary homepage. As you can see, we have different subjects listed here, and within each subjects, there are some subtopics or areas, and there are different units to explore, just like here, standards align. So you can see here some uh, objectives or standard aligned lessons, and then language arts. So you have 4 units here: math, science, social studies, vocabulary, life skills. So let's try on clicking science. Since I'm a science major, so I'm going to show you science objects. So let's choose physical science because I'm a physical science major. Okay, so under the physical sciences, so we have here different topics. So there are still a lot of topics that you can explore, but we're going to look into current electricity as our topic for today. So as you can see, as I click the physical science unit and I click on the current electricity topic, you can see the different icons here. We have the video, vocab cards, vocab game, read and response, quiz, lyric love, and we have here lyrics, quick review. So I'm going to click lyrics. The lyrics will show here, but I'm not going to be showing that. Okay, so we have also here discuss. Now I'm going to show you how discuss works later on. So let's try watching this.
Yeah. So electricity is the energy produced by electrons, and a current is the flow of electrical energy, and a circuit is the path the current follows. Pretty shocking, right? Y'all know what time it is. Vocabulary. Let's go.
Electricity is energy.
Okay, so as you'll notice that the lyrics appear on the screen. It's highlighting key terms and providing annotations to help students better understand the concept or the content of the lesson. So this feature promotes active listening and comprehension. So what's good about this vocabulary is, since we have here the video, after letting them watch the video for, I think this is just good for 3 minutes, there is a feature here, discussion. So we can click this one, and then as you can see,
made by electrons, it better be. A current is the
there are different colors here. When it reaches this point, as you can see, there are different questions that will be flashing on screen. So this will give you the art of questioning, a very good way to have a conversation with your student while letting them watch the video. You can also do the discussion mode. So as you can see, there are prompt questions here, and then you're you can ask them to answer that, or and then after later on, sorry, and then later on you can also give your own answer for to correct misconceptions if their answers are not good, or it's not close to the real answer, so you can give your own answer to correct misconceptions. Okay, so after that, I'm no longer show you the whole video or the whole rap song. Let's go to the vocab cards. Let's say, or let's just assume that the video is done. So let's go to vocab cards. Under the vocab cards, you're going to build vocabulary on this part. So there are different terms here that are very important and crucial for the students to like memorize. Different terms here that are very important for the students to learn or to master. So we have here the circuit, conduct, conductor, convert, and etc. etc. So let's try clicking this one, the first term. Okay, so a card will show on the screen, and then the term here or the word here will also be identified as noun, as verb, as pronoun, or whatever kind of word is this one. And then I'm sorry, I'm not an English major. Okay, so there's also the meaning here, and then aside from the meaning, you can also see here how it will be used in a sentence. So you're targeting not just your subject science, but you can also have this, across other subjects. And then when you click on this, right with this word, they can type their own definition of circuit. Okay? If you want them to draw, you can also click this one, and then they can draw. It's a multisensory instruction. You can boost their confidence in writing their own definition, or you can also let them draw if they're not confident to give the definition. So it's okay whether they choose to define it or they will draw anything that is related to the word. Okay, so after that, you can also see here the vocab game. So this is one of the exciting feature of Flocabulary, the vocab game. So you can play this without music, but I prefer playing this game with music. So look how it goes. So there are different bullets here. So these bullets are actually questions, and then as they go with the question or with the game, the music or the accompaniment will be added to the previous or to the current instrument they have. Like first is the drum, and then they will be adding guitar if they got it correct, and then the drums, and then I'm not sure what accompaniment is or this. But anyway, let's see how it works. Okay, so the negative eye, left, and negative charge part will not be seen. So based on the video, so you don't know that the answer is electron. After that, a person can install and repairs electrical devices or wiring. So okay, so aside from the definition or description, questions also includes Okay, so it is also good for reading comprehension because there will be text that will be shown on the screen, and then they can also answer that. I'm no longer be reading that, so let's try guessing it. So my answer is A. So let's check if it is correct. Oh, it's correct. It's the longer. It's the longest. Okay, so I assume this answer. Okay, next is let's try answering that. This letter B. Let's confirm. Oh, I didn't get it right. So they can also you can also be creative on how they can answer this one. It's up to you. Okay, so we also have here the quiz or the evaluation part. So for the quiz, so what is electricity? So let's try answering this one. So okay, so and quiz, you will not know what questions you got right until you're done answering it. Okay, so let's try. Okay, so let me just click anything and then so we can go faster. We can go faster with that. I'm no longer be reading the questions. I will just be clicking like answers. Oh, so I'm going to submit to check my score. I'm sorry. Okay, so I just got 5 correct answers out of 10, so it's just 50%. Now, here's the good part of this, so you can review your answers for you to know what questions you got right and what questions you didn't get. So aside from that is they can also explore. So it can be so as you can see, we also have here the lyric club. So it can be, this can also fall as the performance task or output for the day. So they will be, they are required to compose their own lyric love or their own rap music using this words here. The words that we encountered when we click on this book of cards. So aside from that, they can also choose the beat. Like they can use 360. If you want to listen to it. Okay, so that's how it goes. Okay, when they want to choose other so, in conclusion, so let me go back to the home page. So, in conclusion, Flocabulary offers an innovative and engaging um, approach to multisensory instruction through the music, the videos, interactive activities, and assessment tools. It fosters a dynamic learning environment that captivates students and enhances their understanding and retention of the concept. I actually um, tried using this one a lot of times because you know there are different topics here in science that I can actually introduce to my students, that I can actually use this application. And I find it very helpful on my part because, it's a go application. So I am encouraging you to make your own account if you still want if you want to try it and not getting any subscription yet, you can, because they will be giving you a free trial of this application. So you can explore, you can use it anytime, anywhere without limitation for the 30 days free trial. But um, if you want to use it for a longer time, especially when you find it like good and helpful. So you can just click on this thing here, the pricing, and they will be introducing you to the subscription or to the pricing. So here, it is all here. Now, I'm no longer be discussing this one because um, you can just simply visit this page and you can look it on your own. You can explore it on your own. Now, what's good about this one is you can schedule with the staff of the vocabulary application and you can meet them online via Zoom. So you can ask them whatever questions you have. So you can have here this teacher subscription or the school subscription, which is actually um, best, I think. And then if your district want to avail this one, you can have this. Okay, so that's it. Thank you for joining me in this demonstration of vocabulary. Now I'm happy to answer any questions you may have about the application or its features. Okay, um, thank you for watching the demonstration. I will no longer be sharing the PowerPoint presentation, or yeah, I will no longer be sharing the PowerPoint presentation, just like what I've shared a while back. Well, anyway, thank you again. I hope I encourage you. Oh, that's it. Okay, so can we go to the next slide, please? Since it's already flushed. Okay, so for the implementation tips, introduce vocabulary as a supplemental resource for classroom instruction, incorporate vocabulary videos and activities into lesson plans, encourage student participation and engagement, and monitor progress and provide feedback, since you can give them the code and they will just enter using the code that you have provided for them. Next slide, thank you. So, next slide, please. I can see some questions on the comment box. I'll try to answer all of them later on. So, in conclusion, multisensory instruction through vocabulary offers an engaging and effective learning experience. It combines auditory, visual, and kinesthetics, and even tactile, to enhance comprehension and retention. And I am encouraging you to start using vocabulary to incorporate multisensory instruction in your classroom today. So, thank you. Is there any more slide? Next slide, please. Okay, so that's the end of my presentation. So thank you all for listening and for joining me in this webinar. I hope I encourage you with this application. You know, it's really nice to use this application, and okay, it's really good. And it's not just good for kindergarten or for primary students. You can also use this on secondary level, just like me. I am teaching in high school, I am teaching secondary students, and I'm still using this one, and it is very engaging and I find it very useful and interactive, and the students really like listening to music. They really love listening to rap songs, and that's why I have shared this vocabulary application to you. And thank you all. Thank you for joining me. And I appreciate if you would ask questions so that we can discuss it here. Thank you.
Thank you so much, ma'am, for your rich content presentation, which can impact our knowledge seekers truly. After your presentation, I hope our knowledge seekers can learn something new with us our only intention. Learn and grow together IGP knowledge seeker. Once again, thank you so much, dear ma'am, for your presentation. Now, ma'am, it's time for our presentation, which is the one more valuable part of our webinar. Honorable ma'am, please stay with us. After a short video, we'll be back in our session part 2, which is the question and answer. Dear IGP knowledge seeker, please ask your question in the comment box as much as you want to know from our speaker. Thank you. After question answer, we have a webinar certification and online course competition. Dear IGP knowledge seeker, please ask your question in the comment box as much as you want to know from our speaker. Thank you. After question answer, we have a webinar certification and online quiz competition. Welcome back, ma'am. Welcome back to our participant. Ma'am, our first question is from Rodha. Can we use the app free of charge if want to use in it our class?
Okay, thank you, Mom Roda Viernes. I think you're from the Philippines. You can use the application free of charge for the first 30 days if you created your account using your email. So you can use it free for 30 days. And I actually, what I did before is that I used different email to log in, and it's okay if you don't have that, that budget yet, that to subscribe to the application, you can use different emails. So it will be free for 30 days, but after 30 days you are required to subscribe with the application. But just like what I've mentioned earlier, you can use another email if you want to, just be wise. Okay, so I hope I answered your question. That application is not free. It needs subscription, but they are giving us a trial version of the application for 30 days if you log in with your email for the first time. But after 30 days, you can no longer view the videos, you cannot do the quizzes, and you need to register. But just like what I've said earlier, you can use another email account for you to have another 30 days free trial. Thank you. Is there any more question?
Thank you so much, ma'am, for your answer. Ma'am, our next question is from Swami. Blessed Sunday, everyone. Good day, ma'am. Divyana Garcia, why is multisensory approach to learning important? Mamring Salamat.
Okay, maraming salamat is thank you. Here in the Philippines, that is maraming salamat. Okay, thank you to Sir Flomi Ragual Salviejo for that question. Well, multisensory approach is very important in teaching and learning process. Just like what I've mentioned earlier, that through multisensory approach, we are not limiting the students to just one instruction only. They are not limited to just reporting. They are not limited to just doing some action or role playing. They are allowed to use differentiated instruction, and through that differentiated instruction, we are already engaging their senses, more than one senses. So it is good to engage all of those senses so that the students can feel the sense of belongingness, because they can express themselves um, you know, on their own, using their own skills, or what they are good, what they are really good at. Did I answer? Did I give a clear answer to that? Thank you.
Thank you so much, ma'am. Ma'am, our next question is from Jeffrey. Vocabulary was interesting. Based on the discussion, it can be utilized in various subjects, even in language and arts. Does it mean that its application also feature materials in local national language? Thank you, ma'am, for this wonderful presentation.
Thank you too for watching the presentation all throughout. Watching the video. Well, um, it is really interesting. Vocabulary is interesting, but your question, if it features materials in local and national languages, I don't think it covers different languages. It is just available in English. It is just available in English, but I'm not sure about if you know there's a feature here in Google where you can translate the the text, or you can give translation to the text, but for the vocabulary platform alone, you cannot. You will just access it in English. And thank you for asking that. Maybe I can um, set another schedule to vocabulary stuff to ask that question. That is a good query to ask. Thank you for um, asking that. Is there any more question?
Thank you so much, ma'am, for your answer. Dear IGP Knowledge Seeker, ma'am, again, next question is from Rodha. One more question. If we want to make a quiz, can we directly create in the app itself, or we can just make it separately, like the Word or Excel, and then just download it quiz part?
Okay, thank you for asking that. With the available resources, like the available materials, you can download the handout. It is all free as long as you have subscription or you're into that free trial version. But when you're asking me about the creation, I mean the creating of your own videos and materials, yes, you can do that. Actually, vocabulary would be very much appreciative if you share to them the video that you have created. There's a link in there where you can send your own video and it will be published online. And then they're going to give you certificate of publication for that video. And for the quiz, I think you can do that using the when you have subscribed to the application along with the video you created. So Yes, you can do that. And aside from that, may I also include that in Flocabulary, you can also see one of the features there that along with the video, you can also download a free lesson plan. And in that lesson plan, there are links to materials that you can download. And you can download it via a PDF. You cannot edit that. So anyway, just to add, thank you. Is there any more question?
Thank you so much, ma'am, for your answer. Dear IGP Knowledge Seeker, please ask your question in the comment box as much as you want to know from our speaker. Thank you. After question answer, we have a webinar certification and online quiz competition. Dear IGP Knowledge Seeker, please ask your question in the comment box as much as you want to know from our speaker. Thank you. After question answer, we have a webinar certification and online quiz competition. Ma'am, I think we covered all the questions from our participant. That's why no more questions. So once again, thank you so much, ma'am, for your time in IGP. We have learned a lot from you with your topic. It will add some value to our day-to-day activity along with our academic and professional growth. Honorable ma'am, hope to see you again with a new topic and a new date. Thank you, ma'am. Take care.
Thank you.
Honorable ma'am, before we move to the next webinar certification process, if you want to leave this studio, you can, ma'am. Dear IGP Knowledge Seeker, it's time for our webinar certification process, the most attractive and powerful part of our regular webinar. After a short video, we will start our webinar certification. After webinar certification, we have an online quiz competition and quiz certification. Dear IGP Knowledge Seeker, it's time for our webinar certification process, the most attractive and powerful part of our regular webinar. After a short video, we will start our webinar certification. After webinar certification, we have an online quiz competition and quiz certification. Certification process. Visit www.eduigp.com. Please make sure your presence on our website. Find a running session and get enrolled. After watching completing part 1, click mark as complete. Move to the next, which is the learning test, passing mark 80%. If passed, back to the course again to download your certificate. If failed, to retake the quiz. Download your certificate in PDF or JPG. For your attention, I am going to share the procedure again. Certification process. Visit www.eduigp.com. Please make sure your presence on our website. Find a running session and get enrolled. After watching completing part 1, click mark as complete. Move to the next, which is the learning test, passing mark 80%. If passed, make to the course again. To download your certificate, if failed, to retake the quiz. Download your certificate in PDF or JPG. Dear IGP Knowledge Seeker, it's time for our most engaging part of this webinar, which is an online quiz competition, which is our regular webinar activity. We change a few process on our online live quiz competition. Note that after quiz, no one can participate in our quiz competition. Now, time for the online quiz competition. To join the online quiz competition properly, please follow my instruction carefully. Now, time for the online quiz competition. To join the online quiz competition properly, please follow my instruction carefully. Visit www.eduigp.com and sign up or sign in. Without this, you cannot join our live session. Browse the live quiz button or given link. Find the session name and join with your logged website or user account. Click join and wait for a few minutes for others to join. Enjoy an online live quiz competition. After the quiz, we will issue certificate for top 10 as previously, which you can find on our website and official Facebook page, Institute of Global Professionals. After a short video, we will start our quiz session. With 31 people, we are going to start our quiz session. Our first question is, multi-sessionary approach can be developed among students using following media. Option 1, print media. Option 2, ICT. Option 2 is the right answer. 80% people are right here. In the leaderboard, Aaron is holding the first position. Our next question is, what is taught using the Hilgram-based milestone structure language approach? Option 1, phone and per hour, sound symbol seal, macro syntax, semantics. Option 2, phono and per awareness. Option 1 is the right answer and 100% people are right here. In the leaderboard, Jeffrey is holding the first position. Our next question is, Mul- Multisensory approach include option 1, practice large letter with chalk and hope along letter to track them. Option 2, write on common paper. Option 1 is the right answer. 93% people are right here. In the leaderboard, Jeffrey is holding the first position. Our next question is Multisensory approach uses option 1 slide and visuals only. Option 2 audio visual, kinesthetic and tactile. So option 2 is the right answer and 100% people are right here. In the leaderboard, Jeffrey is holding the first position. Our next question is a multi-sessional approach is option 1 teaching address only to adults. Option 2 teaching address to all live sessions. Option 2 is the right answer and 100% people are right here. In the leaderboard, Jeffrey is holding the first position. Our next question is multi-sessional approach involves one sense. Option 1 true, option 2 false. Option 2 is the right answer and 100% people are right here. In the leaderboard, Jeffrey is holding the first position. Our next question is what does multi-sessional approach mean? Option 1 the process by which people learn value. Option 2 students use their personal areas strength help them learn. Option 2 is the right answer and 100% people are right here. In the leaderboard, Jeffrey is holding the first position. Our next question is VAKT approach in multi-sessionary. Option 1 true, option 2 false. Option 1 is the right answer and 100% people are right here. In the leaderboard, Leah is holding the first position. Our next question is a multi-sessionary approach to learning. Option 1 is unnecessary, option 2 work-based. Option 2 is the right answer and 96% people are right here. In the leaderboard, Leah is holding the first position. Our next question is using a multi-sessionary approach to learning. Option 1 can improve memory encoding. Option 2 doesn't really matter. Option 1 is the right answer and 100% people are right here. In the leaderboard, Leah is holding the first position. So congratulations to our online quiz competition winner top 10. Congratulations again. We will take a few minutes for finalizing the result and after that we will issue our online quiz competition certificate on our official Facebook page and group Institute of Global Professionals. Congratulations to our online quiz competition winner top 10. Congratulations again. We will take a few minutes for finalizing the result and after that we will issue our quiz competition certificate on our official Facebook page and group Institute of Global Professionals. Congratulations to our online quiz competition winner top 10. Congratulations again. We will take a few minutes for finalizing the result, and after that we will issue our online quiz compliance certificate on our official Facebook page and group, Institute of Global Professional. At the end of our session, we can say properly feed your skill, never stop learning, cause life never stop teaching us. Be happy and stay safe. See you again and again. We want your participation in every program. If you want to live a happy life, tie it to a goal, not to people or things. Albert Einstein. Before I say or hit the end like button, I again want to thank all IGP knowledge seekers for your active participation as always. See you again in the next session. Thank you.